back to Sea Wolf's Den. I'm crafting rock. New project on the table. Making stuff up as I go along. I went back to my bin of Final Faction stuff. And I really want to mount some more spiders. So I'm going to mount some more spiders, paint them up. I'm going to add some Starship Trooper arachnid pincers, probably off the head. Add some variants because I've already done the regular spiders some fashion or another. Just painted them up and mounted them like, yeah, that's a dowel that I poked through, and I'm going to use that same technique. All right, these are some of their buddies, and I put an arachnid leg on there as a stinger. So I've done similar stuff like that. That's just another way, a variant to do it. I may look for more of these, or I may look for something else on eBay or something. But I'm going to do at least 3 with these things. Maybe 2 sticking off the head. I got these wheels from that carrier thing. I've done a craft for that one too. For that one, but it has wheels, and I'm seeing gate here. So I'm going to create 2 gates, organic looking gates. I just got to figure out how to mount them, and I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use a foam mount. I'm going to build up like a ruin, like a stone ruin, or for these to sit on top of. And then I'm going to paint the spokes up like they're energy or something. Cut off this and make this part look like kind of a stone. I'm going to create a couple gates. This is what really kind of started me down this road. As I saw, these are weapons that sit on the main bad guy, but I also see these as legs. I want to put 2 halves of this together, like that is a single body, and these being the legs, and then mount something on top. And it may be this one as the head. I may put some eyes on it or something. Actually, the eyes would fit in these sockets pretty well, but I'm going to put its legs back on, but sideways to make it look like kind of a blade. They're going to glue into that. And the back of this has another place for a leg, and I don't want to do that. So either something's going to come out as a head, which I haven't figured out, or something else. I haven't figured that out yet. These things can probably come out as a head. That's very similar to something I've already done. So I don't know. Classic Karn and his head. I don't want to put a Karn head. So I'm going to figure something out. But let me go ahead and first thing I'm going to do is going to cut this, and then glue them together and get the basis of this creature together. And then I kind of like that profile. Awkwardly walks and kind of very alien monster kind of thing. Until next time. All right, we're back, and on my Final Faction crafts, the arachnid legs on top of the heads. I'm about to prime these, but I really like the look of that, so I made 3. I want to make 3 more with what I've got here, because these will appear in a game that I'm going to run at the beginning of March, Mythic Con West, Asheville, North Carolina. These will appear in my Savage Star Frontiers game. This one too turned out really well. Primed it, but then I started doing a base coat of this awful color, and I thought it would look different, so I stopped, and I'm going to do the different color. Did a lot of cutting. Got this to fit. Got the tentacles to fit, all with hot glue. Got tentacles, claws, nice looking mouth. Can't be any more happier with that. That looks awesome. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a base for this or not. Or that may be too small. I may have a bigger one for it, but I think a base might help. Not that it needs stabilizing, and the only thing left to do now is to work on the gates. I may do 1 gate, not 2. I don't know. I've got a piece of foam that I'm going to cut into and have this sit straight up in stone ruins. So that's where we're at with these. I'm about to go prime these. Okay, till next time. I'm in a firestorm of crafting, and sometimes I just don't have the time to set up and video while I'm doing it. So a lot of it's after the fact. These are not quite done. I'm also doing the tramp freighter that I already had. I'm just building on it, and then most of that video is after the fact. And I don't know what else I'm crafting. I'm doing 3 games. I'm getting ready for a convention in a month from the time of this recording. I'm running 3 games, which normally I'm running 2. And so this is a little extra. And the hard part is I always want to go epic. And so I'm going epic for the 1 game with the boat. The boat's huge. And the other 2 I'm hoping to keep under control. And these crafts are going to be in it. These are the Final Faction crafts that I started. I have to put a coating of varnish. I have to put some matte varnish over it, and I also have to dry brush the base. But this is a done product as far as I'm concerned. I liked it. It took me two different paintings. I didn't like my first attempt, and so I went with a more dark body, and it turned out pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Do the matte varnish and the dry brush of the base, and all the base is it's a can top. And I put a dowel through the bottom, poked a hole, and it holds it up pretty good. Did I need a base for that? Probably not, but I decided to go with it. These guys are in various stages of paint. This is a base paint. This has been base painted and washed. Probably a little bit too heavy, but I'm going to do some dry brushing and some detailing on these guys. I think they look pretty good, actually. Happy with the color scheme. I'm going to try to get these a different kind of look to them. The dry brush will make them pop a little bit, and the rest of them, he has some like 6 eye spots, 6 or 8 eye spots on the front end. I'm going to do that with a bright yellow, I think. These guys have to be washed and then detailed. These bases again are cans. Put Elmer's glue across the top and some sand. These are some wood bases I had that are the same, or roughly the same size, almost exactly the same, 3-inch wooden discs that I bought off of Amazon. And I have a bunch. I mean, they were cheap and easy to get. I started using those for a lot of the Skylander Giants bases, and these worked here for this too. So poked a hole through those, drilled a hole, and then used a dowel just to stand them up through the middle, and it works pretty well. New one that I did spontaneously, quite spontaneously, and it's done just in case the ending of this adventure that I'm imagining, which I still haven't completed yet, this is not enough to deal with. And I've got another idea I might bring in some dinosaurs that I created in another video. Just in case this isn't enough for the players, I'm bringing in giant creature. If you look at the scale, it's pretty big. But they should have enough equipment or weapons to take him on. But all I did with him, first of all, I based him on an alien race mentioned in a setting that I'm combining with Star Frontiers. It's called the Gree. I took a can top again and screwed him in. You see where the screw is. See miniature mashup. He does this a lot. It took some 40K bits. I'm not really sure where these came from. I had a ton of these in a lot, and I just hot glued them. There were actually screw holes all the way up his back. I said I can stick something in there and make them organic horns. I used hot glue to kind of build out them. Those are just toothpicks in the screw holes, and then built it up with hot glue and kind of got an organic horn on the back, and then just these wing looking things on his shoulders. And this is a Final Faction guy. I can't remember his name, but in the cartoon, these are the stupid looking, or the stupid dudes, the dudes that don't have a lot of smarts to them. They're just kind of mooks. I've liked these better than the other Karns. Just love the front horns. And so he's going to step out around the corner. If these guys, we have some time, and they'll have to take him on. What is his powers? I don't know yet. Probably some psychic powers or something. But so he's added to this list. I know that I said I was going to make a gate, and I will, but I'm going to make that a part 2 of this video. I haven't even started that. The gate wasn't going to be part of the adventure. I just kind of redirected everything. So see a part 2 for the gate, Final Faction crafts. These are going pretty well. I'll end up just posting pictures after the fact. I'll set them up because I got to set my encounters up and figure out what I'm bringing in terms of terrain, and I'll set these up on a mat with whatever else I decide to throw in. Post pictures. Real happy with these. This turned out better than I expected. That was the big design challenge. I mean, taking these two parts together, make them one. I mean, it looks like they came that way. Okay, so until next time, seek the wolf in thyself.